What a difference a day makes. There was jubilation over the police arrest of 5 suspects in connection with the 6-year-old cold case murder of soccer star Senzo Meyiwa. But when the 5 appeared in court on Tuesday, chaos, confusion and anger. The suspects refusing to appear in the dock, adamant they had nothing to do with the footballer's murder. AfriForum is representing the Meyiwa family. They were observing the court developments, and I'm joined now by Advocate Gerrie Nel, who's the head of AfriForum's Private Prosecutions Unit. Thanks very much for joining us, Advocate. You have spent many, many years in courtrooms, and I want to ask you, as a former prosecutor, could you please explain what happened in court on Tuesday?
You know, Sally, yes, I've been in court. I've seen lots of the conduct by accused people. I was not surprised by the conduct that we've seen. The accused, we also know, the accused indicated themselves that they're serving sentences, most of them. So it wasn't their first appearance in court. They merely refused to go into the area where the accused should be standing, and they said that they weren't involved in the matter. But Sally, there lots of things happen. I mean, there lots of controversy today. But I really want to say that we should not lose sight of the significance of the day. I mean, 5 people, after 6 years, the police arrested 5 people. They appeared in court. I received a briefing as far as the people are concerned. And I'm fairly convinced, if I go on the briefing, that we have the person that pulled the trigger, and that the police have got a very strong case against the 5 people. What concerned me, however, Sally, was when the indictment was read into the record, specifically the summary of substantial fact. The summary of substantial fact indicated that it's open for people to make up their own minds. But I thought that the NPA indicated that they are following a version that it was a robbery that went wrong. So if that is so, then I'm very concerned, because the police have got a different understanding. And I'm concerned that at this stage of this matter, where indictment has been drawn up, that there seems to be no mutual understanding or mutual agreement between the NPA and the police about the essence of the matter. And that concerned me a bit.
You represent the family, you've been assisting the family, and I'm just wondering how they are coping. Did they find Tuesday's court events disconcerting? You say that it seems to be a different reading, NPA versus the police, on what actually happened, and you're worried that they don't seem to be on the same page. Do you think that that could affect the merits of the case? Is the family concerned that this might be another red herring?
No, but really one should think, just put yourself in their position. It's been 6 years. We all hope that we'll get an indictment. It would become clear what happened in this particular matter. And now this controversy again. I do think we owe it to the family, we owe it to society, to ensure that we deal with this controversy, that we deal with this misunderstanding. I don't think it's irreparable. I do think it's something that we should all sit down and that we should deal with, and that by the next court appearance that there should be a mutual understanding. If I say that, Sally, I'll be so bold as to say that by the next court appearance, the mastermind should be arrested, the mastermind should appear with the 5 accused, and the matter should then be transferred to the High Court for trial. The first thing we're doing at the moment, and we did during the day, was to explain to the family how we see this unfolding going forward, what role we will play, and we made it clear that it's not irreparable, that anything could happen.
Just the demeanor of the 5 suspects, and this is where your experience can really assist us. They were adamant that they had absolutely nothing to do with it. One of the 5 said, well, he was actually in prison at the time of the murder. He could have nothing to do with it. Are these sort of vehement denials an indication that there might be a chance that none of these 5 men had anything to do with it? Or have you seen this sort of vehement denial before of people who turn around to be ultimately guilty?
I've seen it more often than not.
Right.
It's very seldom that an accused would appear and say, okay, I'm guilty, please can we just get this over and done with? No. In big matters, we're dealing with a high-profile matter, we're dealing with contract killing, we're dealing with accused that are serving sentences, so they know the court processes, they've been through the court processes. I wasn't surprised.
Okay.
I understand the surprise by other people that haven't experienced this in the past. I wasn't surprised at all.
I have to ask you about the unfortunate release of a police document to the media. And in that police document, it said that they wanted to get cell records of Kelly Khumalo, who of course was his girlfriend at the time of his murder, indicating that she might have had contact with the accused. Also, that the police were trying to get a statement from someone who allegedly lent her money to pay the killers because apparently she'd not yet paid back the loan. The police then saying, please, please don't release us. But it's out there. Everybody is talking about that. My question to you, could this influence the case to the detriment?
Any premature release of police investigation techniques and aspects that they focus on will prejudice the case. That's a fact. But it has happened. I really feel for those people. I'm only a prosecutor. I can really feel how that must have been devastating for them. But it has happened. We cannot think it away. We should just deal with it. I don't think it will prejudice the case to such an extent that the case is now over and that all is lost. It's an aspect that we have to deal with, that we can deal with. And the focus should now be on who the mastermind is, and the mastermind should be addressed. So I don't think one should read too much into that document, but it's a document, it's out there. The one aspect is that document indicates what we said from the start, that there's something more in this matter. It's not the robbery that's gone wrong. The police indicated that they're doing further investigation. What else can they investigate as an external party, not somebody that's involved in the incident? Because all the people involved in the incident appeared in court today. So, it's either it's possible. I'm sure they wish it never happened, but it's out there. We have to deal with it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Advocate Gerrie Nel, head of AfriForum's Private Prosecutions Unit.